Well folks, today I did a wee shoot down at the coast again, but I'm trying to cover a wee bit more. There is actually so much to actually cover in this town. That there is the new medical centre. When I say new, probably been there since, oh, I don't know, my early teenage years. And this over here is our community centre. This is new, but again, my early teens. But here there used to be a big house called Mary Murray House, and she was a lady from Fife. I think I'll be able to see anything on these wee plaques. They're all worn away. And this was all an orchard and garden when I was a kid. And we used to mess around in this old derelict house, and they took it down for safety obviously, but they wanted to use the land. So again, and that's the health centre. That used to be a weightlifting, there used to be lots of big sheds there for weightlifting. So again, I'm trying to cover as much as I can. I've only got about half a battery today, so I don't know how much I'll get. That there is what's called the Meerkat Centre, right? Not meerkat, okay? And here's a big poster which will show you all this kind of thing. I'll try and get photos if I can later probably and put them up. Anyway, that wasn't there. That was tennis fields, because all of that ground you see there was part of the original Preston Lodge High School. And that pavilion, that was there. That's the rugby pavilion, football pavilion. So that wasn't there. Quite new. Well, it is new. Now, as we go along, again, that was all the old PL, Preston Lodge High School. It burnt down. And the new one was opened in 1969. Actually, the year of my birth. And that's the big house behind there, see? That's like, I'm not going to go into the grounds, okay? That was actually, ended up being the headmaster's house for Preston Lodge High School. That's now been relocated. I'll try and get to that probably at a later date. Right, that's the headmaster's house. Wasn't actually a bad headmaster as far as I go. He was actually alright. Right. Now, this is where the Meerkat name comes from. I'm about to pan round and let you see. Put that in there. Now, this is the Market Cross. The Market Cross. That sign's all a bit worn out like. I'll go and have a look anyway. But you get the gist of it. And there's the famous or infamous unicorn on top of it. When I was a kid, the local sort of street cleanser, street sweeper guy would keep their tools in here, because you can actually go inside it. I'll get closer to show you the stonework. And that there, behind us, I'll get to it in a minute. You see it's like oyster shells, all original. And there's the wee get-in. It's all these, I'm not exactly sure how they worked it, you know, if each, but again the Market Cross or Meerkat Cross. And there's again, maybe you get the town crier going up there, having a word. And these were old, basically gutters for letting the water out. Right, I'll try and get a wee shot of this sign, see if there's anything on it. Nah, don't know, you might be able to read that. It tells you everything about it. I'm going to pause for a minute because I'm going to go along. I'm going to cut through so as I can show you this. That's Preston Tower. I can actually walk around that. I'll pause this for a minute, folks, okay? Well, this is us. We're going to go down to Preston Tower. And again, all the houses behind me here are pensioners' houses, which you know is a good thing. Anyway, everything behind this wall when I was a kid was orchards. I'm going to just walk my way right round, and what I'll do is I'll end up being back to where I started. Hopefully my battery will not give in on me. Hope the signs will be a wee bit better on the tower. There's the gate entrance, and in the 17th century historic building. So there you go. It's been here for a long time. I actually thought it was before that because it got burnt down several times. Ah, they're fixing the dugcot for all the pigeons, which of course, as you know, in the winter time they'd eat them. And again, this has all been recreated. Lovely gardens here. Behind me again, the orchards have given way for more housing for older people, which is great. Absolutely great. There's got to be another plaque here somewhere. I need to go out in the sun, folks. There you go. Now, years ago, we could actually go up here. We used to actually muck around in here when it was still open. But obviously now and then, a few years later, you could get permission. But that's stopped as well. Scenes of many a battle here as well. And this is where, the way it was then, the cattle went in there. Your sheep, your couple of pigs, a couple of goats. And that was your entrance. So you had to go up a ladder. And that was for safety, obviously. But there's little windows. And again, I've been right at the top of this. I've walked around that balcony many, many times when I was a kid. And it's good. I'm told, and I don't know if it's real or just speculative, they're always promising they're going to do some more work with this and make it better so as you can go up it again. Itchy nose. But, they must be repointing all the back wall, they're covering Hessian. But this was all, again, really kind of rough meadow, rough orchards. But again, absolutely brilliant building. See down here, folks, see all these houses that you see in the backdrop there behind the trees. They're brand new as well. There used to be a social club there called Castle Park Social Club, and there's a bowling club right next to it. And see, turret up there. Try to keep the sun out of my eyes. This would be a good look. There you go. You go up there. And again, I've been right around that balcony. I've been right to the top of this. That's back in the days when you're like, not scared of your own shadow. But grand old building. You can actually see the erosion there, right? That's where most of the weather will come in and batter that. Aye, many, many years. I'm sure it was burnt down twice. I need to check up on that. I'm surprised there isn't actually a better plaque here. I'm going to pause it again, so I've got to go round the corner. Ah well, voila, stuff it, I'll just keep going now. Again, this was all, basically all belonged to the, this was a sort of orchard land. A wee bit miffed, I can't remember exactly what was in here. But again, before those houses in the background there were built, it was a Castle Park Social Club. Blech, teeth are near right. And all of the Orange Order used to meet up there. And then they'd do their, it was quite a big walk through the town of Preston Pans. You know, it was a stupid thing from viewpoint for Preston Tower. Here's another one for you. Pity about the works that are in there. Nice shot anyway. I really hope these videos take, folks. I really do. Right, this building opposite was a part of a farm. This again's now been turned into houses many, many years ago. And the reason, I'm going to digress again, folks, sorry, sunlight. The that the Castle Park Social Club was there, and they used to all meet there to do their orange walk. Because that's the chapel over there. You can just see the 2 points coming up. Look, I don't favour any of this, okay? I like history, all that kind of stuff, but I really don't like people, you know, hurting others just because they don't believe in the same thing as them, regardless as to what it may be. Okay, this here, again, this was the farm. And that was the entrance there. And there's an exit further round the corner. This house here, I'm about to show you. This is called Hamilton House. Sometimes you can get access to these. Obviously I don't know the people, but it tends to be, there's a protected historic building. It tends to be dignitaries, you know, professors or someone like that actually gets to live in here to look after it. And there's the nice brilliant building. A rose above the door there. There's a wee well, if I remember right. Yippee, a wee well. The corbel sticking out the wall there. Lovely. And see here, people always wondered why that notch was out there and the notch was out there. It's simple. This road wasn't there. There was a building went across the other side. Walking right round this one. I'm just getting as much as I can before my camera gives out. But again, we used to climb the walls into there and acquire some apples. This house here, that's Preston Lodge House. Now many years ago, see where we actually are is, probably said, forgive me if I'm repeating myself, Preston Pans was actually 2 places. This is the rich man's part, okay? This is where the rich people lived. Because this was Priest Town, because there was a monastery along the road. I don't think I'll get access to that. It was only up until, well, I think when I was a kid. For good grief, there could even be monks still there, I don't know. Anyway, that's Preston Lodge House. Again, these were all to do with the school. I think it was probably in the days, many years ago. It's been turned into houses now, but it was probably your superior, like, you know, headmasters, etc. Or, you know, the bosses of whichever group, fraternity. I don't know if you put it like that now. This house here, the big one, that is the nurse's house. So you probably have your medical staff and things like that. I'll turn around shortly, folks, because there's a building behind me which you need to see. But there you go. That house there was built when I was a kid. But yeah, this is the nurse's house. There we go. Nice old buildings, beautiful. Still in good nick. Good stone, hard stone. And this is Nursery Cottage. Nursery Cottage, another lovely wee building. You can see where repairs have been done, or, for instance, that was a door. That was a door. Nice. I'm not going to be too invasive on people. There you go. Nice old building. Well, I hope these the date stones come off. It's worn away. Maybe never done. Used to do that a lot of time on stone buildings. They'd be like what you call a frieze, like a, you know, a square, flat piece of stone. When everything else round about it was maybe fancy carved or something, and maybe have a nice little margin round it. And sometimes I didn't even bother putting a date in it or doing anything with it. This is all really old area. And I'll need to actually, another day I'll go to the train station. I'm just taking, oh, what the fuck's that? Sorry for my language. Aye, so that was unusual, wasn't This big house there that I went past before, right? I'm back round the front of Preston Lodge House and look at the shape of the architecture there. You know, time and effort, folks, time and effort and knowledge. Another old building over there, red sandstone again. There's a lot of that here. That's the same. And we used to get quite a scary chase with the guy that lived in there. I don't know if they still do. But, because we used to go and try and pinch the apples. And he was a nutter. He was a nutter. Yeah, pardon me, good grief. This house, we're coming to here. The white one. Not this one. That's Hamilton House. That's the one I've already shown you. Crow step gables. Ah, damn it, the sun's going to be in my eyes. Maybe. This one here, we're coming to. Can't see for the sun. Here we go, big bus. I'm going to get folk on the bus. Right. Just another. This is actually quite plain, this one. I can't really date it. I really, in all honesty, can't remember the proper name for that one. So I wasn't able to show you that one. I'll pause it again now, folks. And this is us. Came round the corner. That's where I was, see? Hamilton House. Came round the corner. And this is the other part of the farm. Preston Farm, see? People didn't believe me, and yet there's a big plaque on the wall, you know. This whole area is called Northfield in here. But that one isn't actually Northfield House. This one I'm about to show you is stunning. And again, they're built on a lot of the ground now. This one. This is a really nice house. As long as it doesn't get to fall into disrepair, there's another house I need to show you and it has fallen into disrepair. This is Northfield House. Sorry folk, my hands are getting sore. Northfield House. So the turrets up there, both sides, corbel at the bottom. Nah, the sun's going to get me again. Sun's going to get me, folks. I'm going to have to walk past it, I think, and walk back again. Garage there. And again, this, I'll show you this bit first. That's me walk past the farm. But again, these were all cottages attached to the farm. Now, I'll go just a wee bit further along, because there's actually a turret at the end of this wall, which was like your kind of first defence to your estate. And again, this farm's all been turned into houses. And that was the farm. And on the way back, I'll show you some of the. Oh, there's the turret there. If you can see that, probably need to get the sun behind me. You get it there, I think. That's your first, because this was like one of the main roads in. So this is what we used to call the top road. This is Preston Road, where you're going again the town of Preston, or Priest Town. And again, these houses all came later, won't to be expected. We'll go back towards Northfield House now. I really would love to get in touch with some of the folk. There is a time of the year, like I was saying, they open them to the public. And you can go and walk around, but I'm not sure if this one's included. I think it's only the ones that people are willing to, or the ones that are actually, you know, in trust to the National Trust or Historical Scotland. Sorry, that's always a slip of the tongue with me. Brilliant building. Brilliant. Look at the pitch on that roof. Good grief. And a big pair of cojones to get up there, eh? I've worked on things like this. Some of the churches, good grief, the pitch on the roof makes you want to piddle your pants before you even get up there. Big boss. That's there. Again, Northfield House, you can see the plaque there. Ah, my arms are getting sore now. Again, I don't know any of these people that live here anymore. Many years ago I did. But, going to a book launch tomorrow, which I'm happy about. Local stuff. There you go. See, this is when people had money. You know what I mean? Trying to heat these houses nowadays, good grief. There's that big one in the backdrop there. It's a really brilliant area, this, folks, it really is. And I'm just doing this because every single day, every single week, it's getting lost. I'm going to walk back through the tower. Go back through the tower. Because it's nice to walk there. Again, Hamilton House, lovely old house. See that there, it's got a square tin of turret on there. I can't remember the exact times, if I managed to. But again, most things you can look up, really. And it'll tell you everything. Nice garden there. Again, I'm not going to invade people's privacy too much. People get highly offended easily nowadays, in case you may have noticed. Aye, so. Again, all those houses over that wall, they're all new. This is kind of new. But I must admit, the meadow they've sort of created over there looks really good. And the grounds of the tower. There you go. As I say, I'm pretty sure it got burnt down twice. Or set on fire twice, you know, you can't really. It's only the timber inside that goes up. But the actual steps and all that were kind of like stone. Or concrete. So, as I say, I've been up the top of that thing many, many times. Many times. And when I was a lad, there was gaps in the floors when you went up onto a different level. And that's why they ended up. Because the internals of it, I mean, a fire will do damage to anything, let's face it. You know, doesn't matter what it is. But at one time, these lovely details above the window openings there. See that? Brilliant. I've got to go back round this and then I'll switch off, folks, because probably killing my battery. I could do a wee sit down. But aye, beautiful. And I really like what they've done here. That really looks nice. It does. And again, because it's all pensioners' houses in there, I think it's a brilliant thing to have a garden like this. You know, to go and sit in, meet up with your pals. And this, again, I'll be interested to see what they're going to do to it. They'll probably just, I don't know much you can do to the exterior. This pointing's still really good, see that? It's still solid in there. Round the other side's pretty bad. But this is another one of the towers, right? Round this area, and again, every area probably. The monks were renowned for having escape tunnels. And this one, there's a sort of castle further up the road towards Trinent, which I'll maybe cover as well, but not right now. But there's meant to be a tunnel from here. Because you see, this was actually owned by a family of Hamiltons as well, but not the same Hamiltons that owned Hamilton House. Quite confusing. This goes back, I mean, well, you see that, can. Really, really old. I don't know. I think they're just doing usual restoration work, which is cool. That's lovely, isn't it? See, that's nice. The ducat I kind of get to. Building up of wall heads with lime mortar and reused stone from site. Good. Good, good, good. Like that. August to 7th of September and October the 5th. Missed it then, eh? Never mind. Anyway, I'll shut this down for now, folks. That's another wee tour. We're about halfway between the coast and the top of Preston Pans. Again, when I go down to the coast, that's more where the panners lived. As I've said, salt panners. So that's why it was called that, obviously. Anyway, I'll catch you later, folks. Just like that house there, that's the nurse's house again that was at. I'd love to actually get in touch with some of these people and get wee access to it. You know, politely asking all that. You never know. I'm now waiting to see me putting this up. I hope. Anyway, catch you later, folks. I'm going to go back to the car.